رب زدني علما.
الله أكبر الله أكبر.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Whoever has 3 daughters and treats them kindly, feeds them well, and shows mercy to them, paradise is guaranteed for him." Narrated by Bukhari and Muslim. In a time when daughters were buried alive, Islam came and called them a path to Jannah. But what does it truly mean to raise a daughter in Islam? What age to teach what? What values to plant? And how do we raise them to love Allah in a modern world full of distractions? Today, we'll go step by step, from birth to adulthood, guided by Qur'an, Hadith, and wisdom from the scholars. 1. The gift of a daughter. The Qur'an says in Surah Ash-Shura, chapter 42, verse 49-50, "To Allah belongs the dominion of the heavens and the earth. He creates what He wills. He gives to whom He wills female children, and He gives to whom He wills male." Notice, Allah mentions daughters first. Ibn Kathir explains, this was to honor the female child whom the Arabs once despised. In pre-Islamic Arabia, people used to bury newborn girls alive out of shame. The Qur'an condemned this horror directly. And when the girl who was buried alive is asked for what sin she was killed, chapter 81, verse 8-9. So from the very beginning, the Qur'an flipped society's view. Raising a daughter became an honor and an act of faith. 2. From birth to age 7, love, identity, and faith. Between birth and age 7, a child's heart is pure Fitrah, the natural state Allah created them upon. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Every child is born upon the Fitrah. It is their parents who make them Jewish, Christian, or Magian." Sahih Muslim 2658. So, the first 7 years are about building emotional security and love, not strict rules. Imam al-Ghazali, in Ihya Ulum al-Din, said, "Let the child play for the first 7 years. Discipline begins later. A child whose heart is softened by love accepts guidance easily. Teach simple dua and love for Allah, not as fear, but comfort. Let her hear Qur'an daily. Children memorize rhythms before words. Teach modesty through example. Parents' actions shape belief more than sermons. Let her play freely." The Prophet, peace be upon him, used to play with his granddaughters Hassan and Hussein, even carrying them on his back during prayer. Never shame her emotions. A daughter who feels seen and loved by her father and mother develops strong iman and self-worth. 3. Ages 7-10. Teaching manners, prayer, and confidence. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Command your children to pray when they are 7 and discipline them for it when they are 10. Abu Dawud 495. Notice, command here means gentle encouragement. It's not about harshness, it's about habit. Between ages 7 and 10, the daughter starts forming her moral foundation. Teach 3 things deeply. 1. Salah, prayer. Show her how to pray. Make it a family routine. 2. Akhlaq, character. Teach honesty, kindness, patience, more. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Nothing is heavier on the scale than good character." Tirmidhi 22. 3. Confidence with modesty. Teach her that Islam values her intellect and dignity. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "The best of you are those who are best to their women." Tirmidhi 3895. Let her express opinions. The Prophet, peace be upon him, would consult women. Even Salama, Raziallahu anhu, once gave advice that changed the outcome of the Treaty of Hudaybiyah. Practical tip: when you teach hijab or modest dress, connect it to self-respect and taqwa, not guilt. Say, Allah loves when we guard our beauty as something precious. Or ages 10, 14, puberty, modesty, and spiritual understanding. This is the stage where her world expands: school, friends, media. Here, parents must shift from controllers to mentors. The Qur'an says, "O you who believe, protect yourselves and your families from a fire whose fuel is men and stones." Chapter 66, verse 6. Protection doesn't mean isolation. It means guidance and wisdom. Teach the meaning of hijab, not just the cloth. Explain modesty of the heart, the purpose of salah and fasting, not just rituals but connection. Allah's advice. Imam Ibn al-Qayyim said, "A child's heart is like empty land. Whatever you plant grows, so plant the Qur'an and she will grow into a believer." Fathers, your role now is crucial. Be emotionally present. The Prophet, peace be upon him, stood up when his daughter Fatima, Raziallahu anhu, entered the room and kissed her forehead. When a father honors his daughter, she learns how men should treat her. 5. Ages 15. Responsibility, independence, and vision. By now, she's forming her adult identity. This is where you nurture her taqwa, her sense of purpose, and her decision-making. Remind her, Allah says in the Qur'an, "And whoever does righteous deeds, male or female, while being a believer, we will give them a good life." Chapter 16, verse 97. Islam never limited a woman's role. It defined her dignity. Khadija, Raziallahu anhu, was a businesswoman. Aisha, Raziallahu anhu, was a scholar of Hadith. Fatima, Raziallahu anhu, was a devoted mother and spiritual leader. Teach her the value of education. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Seeking knowledge is an obligation upon every Muslim." Ibn Majah 224. Encourage her to pursue her dreams within halal boundaries. Remind her that the best career is one that combines risk with responsibility. Marriage talk. When the time comes, guide her. Don't force her. The Prophet, peace be upon him, gave women the right to choose. Fatima, Raziallahu anhu, was consulted before her marriage to Ali, Raziallahu anhu. Final responsibility. Keep communication open. She should feel she can ask you anything, even uncomfortable questions. That trust keeps her connected to faith in the digital age. 6. Reward and final reminder. The Prophet, peace be upon him, promised, "Whoever raises 2 daughters, teaches them good manners, marries them off, and treats them kindly, he will be with me in paradise like these 2 fingers." Muslim 2631. The scholars say, raising a daughter is not a burden. It's a bridge to Jannah. When you feed her, you're rewarded. When you teach her Qur'an, you're planting light in your grave. When you protect her heart from harm, Allah protects yours on the day of judgment. Remember, Fatima, Razi Allahu anhu, the Prophet's daughter, was called Sayyidatu Nisa al-Jannah, the leader of the women of paradise. Her strength came from her father's love, her mother's faith, and her own devotion. So raise your daughter not to be like the world, but to be like Fatima. If this touched your heart, share it. Because every parent who learns to raise a daughter with love and iman is shaping the next generation of believers. May Allah bless our daughters with faith, wisdom, and paradise beneath their feet.